I think it was a tough weekend, obviously facing top teams in the conference. It's a positive from getting to see where the top teams are at and where we're at in relation to them. I think we're, in those games coming up a little bit short is obviously disappointing from our perspective, because I think, especially Sunday, we, tried to put a better performance than we did Friday, put it on the field. But I think it is eye-opening for us to kind of see, where we need to go and know maybe at the end of the day it's not that far off. But big weekend for us to keep improving and pushing forward. And really, I think at this point, that's like our major focus is to get in a rhythm and get the momentum going forward again and really step on the front foot. So it's a big focus for us for this weekend.
Probably the biggest news from this week is Lila, who broke the all-time career goal scoring record for the CMU women's soccer program, 37 career goals. So just talk a little bit about what that record means to you, and then maybe Coach, you can add a little bit about the accomplishment.
Sure.
Well, it's really exciting, of course, but I just like to win games, and that's the main thing, so I don't really think about the goals that much. Just as long as we're winning, it's kind of all that matters to me, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we all know, it's very difficult to win in college. It's very difficult to score in college. And especially when you've been doing it for a while, you're not unknown. And so it's really a credit to Lila and the girls around her that they're able to create. And it's, I think, a personal credit to Lila that she's incredibly motivated individual. She's out on the field working before practice and after practice, and she puts the extra work in. And I think it's a credit to her to get that record. And like she said, I think the big focus now is to get the team moving and and make all those goals go towards wins.
Mira, for you, the coach mentioned, you faced some of the top teams this week. In the past 3 games you guys have played, been against the top 3 teams in the conference standings. What are you guys taking from those games and looking to apply to games coming up in the future against teams that maybe aren't so high up in the standings?
Yeah, absolutely. So we knew going into these games that they were going to be really tough. I don't think we were able to have every single line working together to be able to put up wins, unfortunately. So I think one of the biggest things that we're focusing on, especially this week, is having all of the lines working together so that we can put balls in the net. And I think one of the biggest things, too, that we've talked about is I think our attack needs to be a lot faster. So that's definitely something that we're working on this week.
Questions?
Lila, we've seen you do this since, you were playing Pee Wee soccer, but everybody plays you differently now. It's, sometimes you have 2 people, they got a spy on you or whatever. How do you keep finding ways to score?
I just have to give the credit back to my team. We have some really creative midfielders. Mira is one of those, and their movement and their defense really creates a lot of opportunities for me. So I just have to try to get in the right spots, and they usually get the ball to me, and I just lucky enough to get to finish a lot of easy chances they give to me. So I just have to give the credit back to my team on being solid, and that I just get to finish the chances pretty much. But
we talked to a couple of the girls last week about how they're looking. You have more weapons, looks like, now on the front line. Maybe takes a little bit of pressure off you at times, but like Coach said, she's still splitting defenses and finding ways to score. But the fact that you've got a little more balance, does that kind of help open everybody up? Because you're looking to pass it now too.
Yes, no, for sure. We have Kylie Wells that is playing outside forward, and I'm super excited about that because I played with her in high school, and so we have a good little bond there, and it helps to work together and have someone else putting pressure on a back line that makes them ask questions or makes them make mistakes that we can capitalize on. So it's definitely helpful to have people that can put pressure on a back line.
Fun to break somebody's record who went to Grand Junction High School?
Was she really? Oh, I did not know that. That's too funny. Good. The rivalry continues.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I was going to just ask you about that, Tiffany, being from Junction. Kind of what does it mean to be a local star and growing up watching the and have some of your teammates
Yeah.
with you from the high school ranks?
Yeah, I had no clue that she went to Junction that actually set the record. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. So.
You might have broken it sooner if you knew.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'd be more motivated.
Yeah.
You're pushing people out of the way.
Yeah, get out of
Get out of
here.
my way so I can score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like Chris said, there have been so many local kids who have really been a huge part of getting this program back competitive in the conference and at the national level. And is it just kind of a testament to what you guys have kind of grown up expecting to do?
I think so. Yeah, I think I think a lot of people, girls that played here, liked the atmosphere of the soccer community and having the support of their families around, wanted to stay here, and so I think that was super helpful. Just the atmosphere of the crowd and the local fans and family that are always there to support you. I think that was a big thing on us locals, that why we play here and the good players that were here. So.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this before, but I think it's really a credit to the work ethic and the mentality from the players in this area. I think there's a blue collar mentality, and they're not afraid to put in a lot of work and do the hard things. So I think it's really a credit to to a lot of those girls, where they come from and their motivations. So Lila being one of those that puts in a lot of extra work, and and that pays off.
I know, a lot of your goals have come fairly close in, but the first one Sunday was like, well, that was a ways away.
That was a lucky one.
Yeah, obviously you're trying to clear it and get something going down there, but
Yeah.
When you saw it bounce, did you have any idea that it had a chance?
I said, okay, it's going to bounce one more time, and I'm just going to hit it as hard as I can, and hopefully it goes over her head.
Yeah.
And I got a little lucky, and yeah, it's one of my favorite goals I probably ever scored too. So that was special, yeah. But definitely luck.
Anything else? Anyone?
Anyone else have anything?
Okay.
Okay.
Question of the week for you guys. We're in October. It's fall officially. What's your favorite activity that's fall themed? Your favorite thing about the fall season?
I can go. That's an easy answer for me.
Yeah.
Growing up, I would always carve pumpkins with my family, so either doing that with my family when they're up here or with friends is definitely my favorite thing to do.
I grew up going apple picking, so climbing the trees and probably too high and throwing the apples down. We did do a team pumpkin carving competition last year, so we might have to bring
bring that back.
Yeah, we need to bring
should.
that back. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mine is probably going to the pumpkin patch and going through the corn maze with family. So, yeah.
Cool.